truly means to heal. It's not just to move on, but to move through. Rehabilitation after any surgery is a slow process, sometimes with uncertain outcomes. So, how do you help your patients to stay motivated?
Nobody expects to fall sick. We all think वो तो ठीक है हमेशा. And sickness or illness or injury comes with a bone.
When a patient walks to your OT, so what's the first thought that crosses your mind as a healer and not just as a surgeon?
Surgery is such a major responsibility. You are cutting somebody's body. You can imagine the kind of faith required to tell somebody, okay, I'm okay, you please do my son, my father, what will I do? And then comes the answer straight. So answer comes from your heart. That if this patient is my father and I'm stuck in this situation, this is what I will do. And you just do that, it works.
We have all seen you as a surgeon and as an orthodontist. And what would you feel like if you're without the white coat for a moment? Who's the person behind?
Well, most of my life has gone as a doctor. Honestly speaking, in this profession, you have to be honest. So I can remember from the time I was a child, say 6th, 7th class, you study all day, and then you get into MBBS, and you study, then MS, study, and even till today, I have to spend 1 or 2 hours every day reading. So there's something different, something new. The case I'm going to do tomorrow, what is the implication of the case? Am I missing something? So there's so much involvement in terms of keeping update, and keeping the case that you're going to do tomorrow. Are you okay? So I think it's all white coat all the time. Now, besides white coat, of course, I like teaching because of my flair for teaching. I feel I have the art of conveying things in very simple terms. So I like teaching. I'm often invited to conferences for delivering lectures, and I know that what is the need of the audience. So I can somehow, because I understand that very well, I can convey points quite. So that's another skill which I have, and I think I spend a lot of time there. For example, nowadays I'm preparing all my lectures which are there, all the book things, I'm converting them to digital form. Because
Wow.
now probably people will not read books after a few years. They want to go on the internet and just see the lecture, video of the same lecture. So I've decided that I'm going to convert all the teaching material into a digital material which can be accessible to people far and wide.
That's
So
so
these are two things which consume most of my time. Besides that, of course, I enjoy with friends, I enjoy party, I enjoy singing whenever there is time. That's
Are you ready a foodie?
I'm,
Like
I'm,
eating
I'm,
food?
I'm not a foodie. I'm not really a foodie. I never got to it because you stay in the hostel, you eat whatever you like, and even when you grow as a doctor, somehow food becomes secondary. So you don't get time to eat. You quickly take whatever is there. So I'm not.
What's one thing that medical textbooks cannot teach and only an experience in OT can?
I think medical profession is a constant battle. So every patient I see is teaching. So they are teaching me different things. For example, some patients have no problem, but they are very, very, very anxious about their disease. And when we talk to them, we realize why is this guy the small problem? Why is he so excited about it? Then you realize his father had cancer. So suddenly that as soon as something happens, the cancer comes to him. He is overreacting. And similarly, there are people who have a big problem, but they say, no problem, I'm not worried, I'm okay. So there's a lot of learning every time talking to the patient, a lot of learning looking at blood reports, test reports, x-rays. If I think this x-ray looks like this, and then you do a CT scan, for example, it looks different. So there's a learning almost every patient every day, even in surgery. So whatever surgery I do as a matter of routine, for example, knee replacement, it looks like I've done so many thousands. So next one will be just a cakewalk. It's never that. You have to be always guarded. It may be my, 1001 knee replacement, but this is one patient. For him, it is the first and the last. So then you learn. Then you become very specific about how this operation will happen best. You may have done as many, doing that. You may have driven a car from Jaipur to Delhi 1000 times. But 1001 time if you're not careful, you will never. So that awareness is the learn. Every time you keep learning.
Maintaining a sustained success of more than 42 years requires something extraordinary. And what's that extra in your case?
Can't say. I don't know what is extra, but only thing I know is that you should be passionate about it. So if I ask myself why I'm a success, I think I like doing it, and I'm always trying to do better. So one thing I have in my mind, don't become static. कि अब बहुत हो गया, अब सब आता है, अब इतना ही ठीक. So even at this stage, I like it when I go to a conference and I'm asking questions, but I still have a lot of things to understand and to know from my colleagues, from my friends, from my juniors. So everybody is a mindful of knowledge. So I'm always very keen to know new things, do new things, incorporate new techniques in my armamentarium, do things better and better, even talking to a patient. So you can always talk better. The way you talk to the patient can always be much, much better than what you were talking earlier. So that approach that you cannot become static about your job. Enjoy it because you are learning all the time. You enjoy learning, enjoy putting that into action. Okay, this is the way I'll do it from tomorrow. I'll do the stitching this way from tomorrow. Suddenly that monotonous operation becomes fantastic because you brought in something new and that keeps you. I think the passion, the love for your profession and always trying to do new things. That keeps you, that gives you
Absolutely, yes.
energy.
It's always about whatever you do, you should enjoy and you should be in deep love with it.
Yeah.
So then,
Then automatically everything happens. Everything.
what drives you to show up every day with passion and grace?
I think it's just that this profession is too great. So when I see my colleagues and particularly juniors, say generation next to me, they are lost. As doctors, they are lost. As medical profession, so they're seeing too much into the world. For example, their cousin who's their age in IT industry, maybe earning four times their earning, may have a much better car than they have. So they get good salary. As doctors, we don't. So they somehow try to relate to them and they get upset, depressed. I always tell them, what you do as a doctor, what you get as a doctor is incomparable. There is no comparison. And to get the real sense of it, you have to become a patient one day. So if you, as a doctor, one day you become a patient, and then you will realize the importance of the doctor in you. So that is the doctor you have to be, where patient can trust you, depend on you. When you will become a patient, you will want a doctor whom you can trust 100%. So are you that doctor yourself? So once and how much you will respect your doctor when you're not there. So that kind of a respect you will only get when you give that, and that is unfair. I don't think you get that in any. Anybody will salute a member of parliament, maybe a minister, maybe a prime minister, but how many times is it from the depth of your heart? A lot of time you're just doing it because kursi was here. But with a doctor or a good doctor, it comes from depth because you're so close emotionally, mentally with that person because he is going to live. So a lot of youngsters just have forgotten that aspect of medicine. There's so much more medicine gives you. So if you compare money, obviously you can never earn as much as XYZ can. But this particular thing, nobody can earn better than you. All it is you have to reach that stage. If you become very money minded, you start looking at other, benefits of becoming a doctor, then you can never be. If I think I should be earning more money, neither will I be the best earner in the society, nor will I be the best doctor. I will lose both. So better to realize what is there in your profession, which is patient and will thrive on it. Your happiness, your success Your goodwill should come from that, not from money. That's all. So I think it's all the way you think. That what should keep you going. You have to have your mind. Why are you a doctor? And if you are clear about that and you follow that path, you will
So it's more
it
like,
gives you energy every day.
yeah, it's more like earning the confidence and belief of the patient
Yeah,
rather than
that gives you great feeling.
feeling.
Yeah,
Because you can buy everything, but you cannot buy these.
those things you can't. They have to come from heart.
If you could tell young doctors one thing about the art of medicine and not the science of medicine, what would it be?
I think medicine is a very noble profession. Though a lot of doctors have now lost it, they think we are in a profession. We need to make money. We need to become rich. Everybody is driving this car, that car, but they're lost. They don't know what medicine is. So in medicine, you have to be above all these things. These things will come. No doctor is ever too much. But there is more to medicine which will drive you into doing better. And the most important is that you're dealing with human. When a human being is not well, he can go to only two people. One is God, to whom he will pray, भगवान मुझे ठीक कर दो. And then the doctor. और तो कुछ नहीं, किसी को और नहीं कह सकता मुझे ठीक कर दो. So imagine, I mean, I'm not saying doctors are God, but you must know that you're in a very, very important position. And to remain in that position, which will also give you pleasure, you have to put in effort. You can't be, for example, money-minded doctor and think patient will just it will not happen. So if you realize your calling, your position in the society, and behave accordingly, you will be very happy. Just remain focused. Don't look left, right, wing, what. That's not your choice. You are a doctor by choice. Remain a doctor, and important being a doctor is to be connected to the patient heart to heart. If that happens, this process will be done. Otherwise, it's a boring headache. Every time your patient is crying, you're meeting a crying person. So, like you go to a five-star hotel, it's all fun. You go to a hospital, where's the fun? Everybody comes there crying only. But then you understand that he comes crying, he goes smiling. That's your day. But it's a lot of thinking in your mind as a doctor required to teach you yourself to enjoy this. That's what I can tell my.
That's a beautiful message. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your insights and inspiring journey and reminding us that healing is a process of quiet struggles, small victories, and subtle moments of growth, but at your own pace. Embrace this journey on what it is shaping you and transforming you from broken to whole. We hope that today's conversation has lit a spark of hope and reminds us that healing is not just physical, it's a journey inward. You don't have to have it all figured out. You just have to begin. Thank you for listening Shades of Healing, the Journey Within, where we honor every pain, celebrate growth, and find light in the shadow. Your journey could be the light someone else is searching for. So share with someone who needs a reminder that healing is possible. Be kind and compassionate towards yourself. Until we meet again, breathe, heal, walk, love deeply, stay happy, and keep choosing yourself.